So I accidentally hit stop on the recording, so I have to make another video for the last two problems, but it's okay. So these next two compound inequalities are in compact form, so I'm going to go ahead and solve them. So easiest way to solve these is to notice that since it is in compact form, there's actually now 3 locations on this. So we got to kind of look at it as having 3 parts to the equation. Instead of having what you do to the left and do to the right, you're going to do to the left, the right, and the middle. So I'm just going to kind of highlight right here. Again, you don't have to put those lines, but if it helps, go for it. So I want to get the x by itself, which is that middle piece. So I'm going to get rid of the -5 next to the x by doing division on all 3 of these. And I divide by -5 all the way across. So I'm left with x. Now, question is, do I flip it? And the answer is yes. You switch it because we divided by a negative. So I'm going to switch these guys. This is going to be -3. That's going to be a 2. And I'm just going to go ahead and switch it over. If you don't do this step, it's not a big deal. But we usually like having it with the less than symbols, with a smaller number on the left and the bigger number on the right. All this tells me is that x is sandwiched between all the numbers between -3 and +2. So -3, I'm going to put an open circle. 2, I'm going to put an open circle. And it's everything in between. So when it's already in compact form, it's actually a lot easier to graph. You just put everything in between the 2 numbers that you're given and just decide open and close circle. Let's go ahead and do the next one. It's going to be the same idea. So I'm going to look at my inequalities. I'm just going to put some lines to remember I have to do the same thing on the left, the middle, and the right. So in order to get the x by itself in this middle section, I have to get rid of that 2. Opposite of adding 2 is subtracting 2 on the left, middle, and the right. Now we're going to go ahead and just simplify this. I have -8 less than or equal to. I don't switch it because I'm not dividing by a negative, I'm subtracting 2. Bring down my 4x, less than or equal to 20. Now I'm going to go ahead and divide everything by the same number, which is 4 in this case. And I'm going to bring down my x. Again, I divided by a positive, so I don't need to switch the inequality, so it stays the same in this case. I have -2, and I have 5. So my answer here is everything between -2, close circle, and +5, close circle as well, and I just highlight everything in the middle. And that's pretty much how I graph compound inequalities in compact form. Again, if anything's not solved for x, make sure you solve for x every time. All right, go ahead and get started on your classwork.